there, this is Teacher Podcast episode 343, 5 separable phrasal verbs you'll use every day. You read English, you understand English, you've been learning for years. But when it's time to speak, your mind just freezes and the words don't come out. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. My name's Ola and this is Teacher Podcast. I'm here to help you finally speak out loud. This isn't about perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary. This is about your voice, your words, your real English. Before we start today's episode, I have a little announcement for you. A new free English class is coming and I'd love you to join me. It's called Chill Out, and during this webinar, we're going to learn 9 useful phrasal verbs that everyone needs this summer. These are not just random textbook phrases. These are expressions you can actually use when you're talking about holidays, relaxing, traveling, making plans, and enjoying your summer. You know me, I always choose phrases which are useful in daily communication. This webinar is happening on the 12th of July, 2026 at 8:30 p.m. So if you want to learn some practical English, improve your speaking, as always with me, and add some more natural phrases to your vocabulary, join me for Chill Out. I can't wait to see you there. Go to teacherola.com/chill. CHILL. Chill. teacherola.com/chill. Today, we're talking about the group of phrasal verbs that are called separable phrasal verbs. A lot of students learn phrasal verbs as vocabulary. They learn that turn on means switch on, that pick up means to lift, that put on means to wear. And that's useful, of course. But there is one more thing you need to know. Phrasal verbs have grammar rules, and some phrasal verbs can be separated. For example, turn on the TV, turn on the TV, or turn the TV on. Both sentences are correct. The verb and the particle can move around the object. But there is one very important rule. When the object is a pronoun, like it, him, her, them, then the pronoun usually goes in the middle. So we say turn it on, not turn on it. The same with pick up your phone, and pick your phone up, but pick it up, not pick up it. However, not every phrasal verb works like this. Unfortunately, some phrasal verbs are inseparable. For example, look after. It means to take care of somebody. So you can say, and that's the only way you can express it, I look after my kids. You cannot say, I look my kids after. That sounds wrong. Another example is run into. Run into means to meet someone unexpectedly. And you can say, I ran into an old friend yesterday. And you cannot separate it. I ran my friend into yesterday. That doesn't work. So today we're focusing on phrasal verbs where you can move the object. And these are some of the most useful ones in everyday conversations. Let's get to it. 1. Turn on and turn off. So let's start with a pair that you probably use every single day. Turn on and turn off. Turn on means to start a device, machine, light, or something electronic. Turn off is the opposite. It means to stop it. For example, can you turn on the light? It's getting dark. You can also say, can you turn the light on? Can you turn the light on? Both are completely natural. Another example, I usually turn on the TV when I get home. Or I usually turn the TV on when I get home. And again, both versions are okay. But if we use a pronoun, I turned it on. Not I turned on it. That doesn't work. So we use turn on and turn off constantly in everyday situations. Let me give you a few examples. Can you turn off the heating? It's too warm. Don't forget to turn off your computer before you leave. Can you turn the music off? I'm trying to concentrate. And number 2, pick up. Pick up. Now let's talk about one of the most useful phrasal verbs in English, pick up. This is a perfect example of why phrasal verbs are so damn difficult. It's because one phrasal verb can have several completely different meanings. The first meaning, to pick something up, or to pick up something, to lift something up. For example, can you pick up your clothes from the floor? You can also say, can you pick your clothes up? Both are correct, but with a pronoun, can you pick them up? Can you pick them up? Not, can you pick up them? That doesn't work. Again. So here we go. Another very common meaning of pick up is with people. Pick someone up. It means to go somewhere and collect someone, or actually something. You can go and pick something from a certain place. For example, I'll pick you up after work, meaning I will come and get you. A parent might say, I need to pick up my kids from school or from kindergarten. A friend might say, can you pick me up from the airport? Another everyday meaning, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, it means, of course, answer the phone. For example, he didn't pick up, so I sent him a message. You can also use it for learning something. Pick up a language, pick up a skill, pick up a habit. For example, I picked up some Spanish when I was traveling. I picked up some Spanish, meaning I learned some Spanish naturally without effort. Or I picked up a few useful tips from that video. 3. Put on. Another extremely common phrasal verb, put on. The most common meaning is this, to put clothes or something on your body, like glasses or a hat or jewelry. Put on your coat. It's cold outside. But you can also say, put your coat on. Put your coat on. And both are correct. But if you want to use a pronoun, put it on. Put it on. Put it on. Not put on it. We use this all the time when we talk about getting ready. For instance, I need 5 minutes to put on some makeup. I'm looking for something to put on for the party. Or I forgot to put on my sunscreen. But put on has another meaning. It can also mean to start playing something. For example, can you put on some music? Meaning, can you start playing music? Or, I put on a film last night. Meaning, I started watching a film. I started watching a film. I put on a film last night. Another meaning, to gain weight. For example, I put on a few kilos during the holidays. 4. Wake up. Now, wake up, the basic meaning is simple, to stop sleeping. And the example sentence, I wake up at 7 every morning. But there is a difference between wake up and wake someone up. If you wake up yourself, you don't say, I woke myself up. You just say, I woke up. I woke up late today. I woke up late today. If you make another person stop sleeping, then you say, I woke my husband up because he was late. You can also say, I woke him up. I woke him up. Not I woke up him. That's not right. And this is extremely common. Listen to these examples. Can you wake me up tomorrow? Sorry, did I wake you up? My alarm didn't wake me up. And wake up is also used in a more figurative way. Wake up, meaning pay attention, wake up. Notice what is happening, like in Donnie Darko. Have you seen that film? It's one of my favorites. For example, you need to wake up and realize that this situation is not good. 5. Look up. Look up means search for information. For example, I looked up the meaning of this word in a dictionary. I looked up the meaning of this word. You can also say, I looked this word up. I looked this word up. And both are correct, but I looked it up. Sprawdziłam to, przeczytałam o tym. I looked it up. I looked it up. Not I looked up it, okay? We use it every day because we search for information constantly. I looked up the restaurant before we went there. I looked up the train times. Albo I will look it up later. I'll look it up later. Sprawdzę to później. Very natural thing to say. I'll look it up later. So when you learn phrasal verbs, don't just memorize the meaning. Also learn how to use it. Can I separate it? Where does the object go? Can I use it with a pronoun? Now, let's move on to the practical part. So stay with me. This is important. This is the moment when you speak. When I want you to stop just listening and actually use the language. You're going to hear some sentences with today's phrasal verbs, and I want you to repeat them out loud. It might feel a little strange at first, but speaking is a skill. Your mouth needs practice too. When you repeat sentences, you train your brain to create English automatically, and you start to remember not only the words, but also the rhythm and the structure of natural English. Ready? Let's go. Can you turn the light on? Can you turn off the heating? It's too warm. I'll pick you up after work. I picked up some Spanish when I was traveling. I need 5 minutes to put on some makeup. Can you put on some music? Can you wake me up tomorrow? Sorry, did I wake you up? I looked up the meaning of this word. I'll look it up later. Well done. Before you go, don't forget to head over to teacherola.com/343 and download a free worksheet that goes with this episode. Without it, it'll be extremely hard for you to memorize all these phrasals. Today, we looked at 5 really useful phrasal verbs and we learned how to use them in everyday English. We talked about turn on and turn off when you start or stop a device, light or machine, electronic device. Pick up when you lift something, collect someone, answer the phone, or learn something naturally. Put on when you put clothes on, when you start music or a film, or even to talk about gaining weight. Wake up when you stop sleeping or make someone else stop sleeping. Look up when you search for information. But remember, learning phrasal verbs is only the first step. Knowing the meaning is not enough. You need to actually use them because that's how they become natural. That's why I always encourage you to speak out loud. Even repeating a few sentences every day can help your brain create English faster and more automatically. And that's exactly what we do in my 5-week program called Voice Loop. You send me your voice messages every day. I listen to you. I give you detailed feedback. Plus, we meet once a week and we have live sessions where we practice speaking even more. So if you want to test my method, I'm waiting for you at teacherola.com/test. teacherola.com/test. Come and try it for free. I'd love to work with you. Don't forget to sign up for a free English class. It's on the 12th of July, 2026, and you can sign up now at teacherola.com/chill. Thank you so much for listening. Stay fearless and take care. Always say it out loud. I love you, I believe in you, and I know you are ready to speak English. I'm your teacher, Teacher Ola, and you've been listening to the Teacher Ola podcast. Bye for now.